Okay guys, we are back to make our gingerbread cookies, our glazed gingerbread cookies. Of course, we have our mix, which is half of our gingerbread mix we just made, totaled up to 3 cups. For this cookie recipe, we only need 2.5 cups. So I have a 1/4 of a cup here. I'm going to scoop out a 1/2 cup, which will be 2 of these. And I'll just put that with my other batch that we split. So now we have 2.5 cups of our gingerbread mix, which we pre-made. We have 1 stick of butter or a 1/2 cup of butter already melted. Let it cool before using it in your cookie recipe. We have our grandma's molasses original. This cookie recipe calls for 2/3 cup, which we have here. We're going to use that. And then I have my 2 eggs. May not look like 2 eggs because of course you know we always take the white off. But anyway, I am going to get this bowl because we need to cream together our butter and our molasses first. And then we will add in our eggs. So I got my spatula. I'm going to pour in our butter. Use our spatula to make sure we get all of it out. Using the spatula with the butter will also help us get some oil on the spatula, so when we use it for our molasses, we can get all of that without it sticking to the sides or too much to our spatula, right? There's our oven letting us know it's ready. We're going to mix our butter and our molasses. So you want to mix it till it's just thoroughly incorporated with the butter, as cohesive as one. So next we're going to put our eggs in here. Make sure your speed is on low. Okay. Now we're going to add in our mix. We're going to add it in slowly. We'll put in 1/3 of the mix. Mix it together. Rest of our mixture, and we'll get it incorporated thoroughly, and then we'll be ready to make our cookies. I'm going to stop right here and scrape down my sides just to make sure I get all my ingredients incorporated in here. And in the end, these are going to be drop cookies, so you will need a spoon to drop them on your cookie sheet. We have our cookie sheets here. I have lined mine with parchment paper. We're just going to do the drop method. You take your tablespoon or whatever you have. I'm gonna make medium cookies. I don't really want them to be that big. We're just gonna take that. We're just gonna drop it on our cookie sheet like that, okay? I'm hoping to maybe get 24 out of here. Now, if you want your cookies to be a little bit more crinklier, I would suggest that you use all 3 cups of the batter. Here are our cookies. We're going to put this in the oven on 375. So we have put our first batch in the oven. Our temperature is set on 375. And we're going to let that cook for about 6 to 8 minutes. I like my cookies soft, so I may be more on the 6th minute. Are you guys through doing your Christmas shopping? Hopefully you're done, because y'all know how hard it is to get some of this stuff the later it gets. What are y'all cooking for Christmas? Okay, we got our second cookie sheet ready. We got about 3 more minutes on the first batch, and we'll see what that looks like. Here we are. There's our first batch of cookies. We're gonna let those cool. I'm gonna show you my glaze mix. By the time we get through making our glaze mix, these will be cooled, hopefully. We're gonna put our second batch in, and we'll be back. Okay guys, we're gonna make our glaze for our cookies. If I didn't say it, I use parchment paper on my pans, but if you do not have parchment paper, please make sure that with this cookie recipe, you grease your pan with butter, okay? That way they can come off the cookie sheet a little easier. They won't stick to it. But if you possibly can, use parchment paper. We're going to make our glaze. Here, we're going to be using some powdered sugar, some heavy cream, and some orange extract. Here's one of my cookies that is cool enough for me to touch. As I said earlier, I like my cookies soft. So as you can see, that breaks up really easily. We won't be glazing this one because I'm getting ready to eat it. So you don't have to make a whole lot of glaze just to glaze your cookies. So I am going to use my measuring spoons, and I'm going to take my tablespoon. I'll put a heaping spoon, one, another heaping, 2 tablespoons, okay? Then we're going to use cream. I am also using the 1 teaspoon of orange extract. I want to thin it out a little bit, so I am going to put just a little bit more whipping cream in here. And this looks like it's not enough, but it is for me because I am not going to glaze all the cookies, because sometimes I like them without So I'm going to say that was 2 tablespoons of powdered sugar and 2 tablespoons of heavy whipping cream and a teaspoon of orange extract, okay? Now, you could dip your cookies. I would suggest if you dip them that you let them cook a little longer and get a little harder than what I cooked mine. Mine are soft. So I am just going to take my angular spatula, dip, and glaze them over. You don't need much. They're sweet already. Again, if you don't want soft cookies, let your cookies cook. Additional time, you will have to gauge it. I let my second batch cook longer than my first batch, so as you can see, it's a little bit more, it's still soft, but it's a little bit more sturdier. But I only let it cook longer by 1.5 minutes or 2. Again, if you want yours to cook to a hard ginger snap consistency, by all means, please let it stay longer. As you can see, it don't take much of the icing to icing your cookies. Okay guys, we have our glazed gingerbread cookies, and we also have our gingerbread mix that we made that you can have or make in advance, so that when you get ready to make your cookies, you don't spend a whole bunch of time in the kitchen. If I did not mention it, you can store this mix in an airtight container, again in a dark place, for up to 3 to 6 months if you can keep them that long. These cookies are delicious. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please hit that subscribe button. Please share this video with your friends. It would be an awesome favor if you guys can give this video a thumbs up and leave a comment. Tell us what you would have done different in your gingerbread cookies, or any suggestions you may have. We really appreciate you guys. We hope that you have a great day, and we will see you guys in our next video. Talk to you soon. Bye.